Welcome friends, welcome to Kiss Up Cards, where I keep it simple and stamping it up. I'm an independent Stampin' Up consultant and I'm coming to you this summer to bring you Scrappy Summer. And so I've been doing that all along and throughout the summer. So if you've missed the videos, go back and watch them. They're still there. And tonight I'm bringing you something that's going to use up a lot of scraps and make a beautiful design on the front of your card. So let's go to my scrapping table. Join me. Down here at my craft table, I've got one card. I have my other card sit over aside. So I just want to show you, I'm going to show you two cards, but just a couple of different ways that you can use strips. And these are just 1/2-inch strips that I've cut out of scrap paper. And you know what? I think I shared this last time. I've been working on so many scrappy summer ideas that I'm getting low on scraps now. So I'm going to have to start making regular cards to create more scraps. Never-ending cycle. So here I've got some strips. Now, what you need to make sure is that they go from edge to edge. So I've got a card base out of crumb cake, and I'm going to use my longer pieces, and you can make the angle whatever way you want, but you need to fit the pieces across. And then once we have them all glued down, we're going to flip it over and cut off the excess. So this is just going to be strips, layers and layers of strips. So I'm going to take the brown first. And is this one longer? Oh, just a smidgen longer. Take some glue. And so I just sat and cut 1/2-inch strips. I didn't think you needed to see me do that, so I did not do that. So there we go. There's our first strip down. Now, see, this strip doesn't make it all the way. Oh, yes, it does. Look at that. It does. There's going to be oh no, it doesn't right down here. So I need to get a longer strip. That one's not going to do it. This one's going to do it. It goes over the edge on both sides. So let's put this strip down. And you're just going to butt it right up to the edge of the other one that is on there. Right. And that one can go there. I think maybe I'll see if this will go here. I think this one's longer. Nope, it doesn't, because it doesn't fit right there. All right, so it's going to have to be this one. So that's how you just put your strips on. You just measure it. And that's like right on the edge there. So that's perfect. Now I have to come back this way, and I don't know. Okay, that's not quite long enough. What have we got that's long enough? Oh, there's some ice cream. Let's just show the ice cream. That one's long enough. So let's put that on. So you just, and I cut 4 of each because this is the brown side. So then I just flip it over and use this side. I think I want the ice cream cones going the right way. Doesn't really matter, I guess. That is like right on the edge there. That's perfect. So perfect. Okay, we can put ice creams up there. And this is like the last of not the last of my ice cream paper, but the last of my paper with anything that ice cream on it. It's like, there's lots of other designs in there, but that was my absolute favorite, was the ice cream paper. I'm going to put that one there. And you could match it up. You could make it matchy-matchy. Repeating pattern, I want to say. It works so well just to butt it up. That's not going to make it. That's going to make it. And then can I, all right, well, let's glue that down. Now that will make it. Whoops, I moved that. So your diagonals can go this way, they can go that way. It's whatever your little heart desires. Let's put some ice creams here. You could put the glue right on the card instead of on the back of the paper, because you're just, see, I went a little bit over with the glue, so you can just do it like this. So many different ways that you can do it. So this is not going to, and then I just need a little bit here, and I'll end up with a brown piece. That'll end that off nicely, and I'll just glue that right here because I can cut that off and then flip it around and use it up here. I'll get my snips out. Yeah. Then it won't stick. All right, so then I'll start by doing this. Did that move? No. So now some of these little pieces, they will be done. I won't be using them again, but some of these pieces, let me just take those off my scissors. This is how I get glue on my scissors. You could wait until it completely dries and then cut it. Got a little bit of glue on there. We'll get that off. And then just trim this off. Now I know I'm not done yet, but I just wanted to trim this off because I needed some of those bottom pieces to flip them around and go to the top. So let's do that. So I think I needed another brown piece that I wanted to add to here. So I'm going to be I'm not going to like put it in the middle. I'm going to use little here. So I'll put, I like the idea of the glue on the card. I don't know why I started doing it on the strips. There we go. And then a stripe. And then some, and we're gonna have a small point of brown. You do need to cover it all up. And here we go. just go open the card and I'll just trim this. There we go, that little corner of brown and that little corner. So there we go. There's the front of our card. And so I have used up a lot of scraps. There's a little bit here. These are just going to go in the garbage. And then I'm going to, I don't know what I want to do. I think I want to do the brown. And then maybe this for the inside of the card. So let's do that. So I'm just going to do so this is for the inside of the card. And I don't usually put 2 strips inside, but because this is such a strippy card, I think it'll be nice to have the 2 inside. There we go. That one fits there perfect. That looks really good. So we've used a lot of scraps on here to use it up. Put this on the inside of my card. Whoops, my finger had more glue on it than the card did. So there we go. That's the one thing about this, and that's why I suggest that you, I'll move this out of the way, and there's the card. So you're just using up all our scraps. I love the idea of the ice cream cones cut up and you see partial of them, and they just, that's kind of cool. So we're going to do a sentiment, but I'm going to show you the other scrappy card that I have. I'm just going to wash the glue off here and off my hands. So this one, I have a crumb cake card base, but I have, just gonna try and bring this over. I was just trying to lay them out and see if I had enough scraps. I'm gonna do a card base. So this will go on here, and we're just gonna cover this up. You could use copy paper. You could, by all means, use copy paper and just do it that way as well. But I'm going to show you a different design. So this was just going straight across, like on an angle. This one I'm going to start on an angle. Not sure where it's going to go on my card, so I think I'll just put it on here first. And I want to cover one of these corners and then come across to the other side like this. Okay, you see that? I've covered one of the corners. You don't necessarily have to, but I've come off the edge here. If you had a long enough piece, you could do corner to corner. It's so much you can do with strips. All right, now I think I don't have to do a lot because this is going to go this way now. Maybe I'll do it here. There we go. And then just want to butt it up. Okay. can do it on the card now. And there's no rhyme or reason how I'm putting the designs down. I'm just laying them down. Oops. I'm hoping this will fill in this. Oh, perfect. I don't have to do a little tiny corner. All right, let's do over here and just fill that in. That in there. And then, see, I've got a little tiny triangle here. Little tiny triangle. That happens sometimes, so you have to go with the flow. Whoops. I'm just gonna have to make sure that dries up first before I flip it over and cut it. All right, so the glue is dried up a bit, so I can cut. Yep, the green stayed behind. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. So I'll cut these longer strips off because I need them for the flip side. And it's actually easier to work on a mat than on the card, but listen, you can do it both ways. All right, it's all stuck on you. You could do this assembly line. There we go. So we got the 1/2 done. Now, you could do this one of two ways. You could have this so that these designs are going this way, all of them, or you could do it where the designs are now coming off this way. So really kind of neat. This could be your centerpiece, and then you just make all the others come the other way. And that's how I set it up, that this was the center, that I'm not mimicking in here so it stands out a bit. And I don't want it to go cross and cross, so, and I want it offset a bit. So what do I want? Let's do this one. All right. And if you wanted, instead of using glue, you could use the Stampin' seal and just cover that up and then lay your strips down. I'm all out of it, so that's why you're not seeing me use it. And I forgot to order some, so I'm have to wait till my next order. Look, my next order. I could use the tear and tape and have done that as well. I'm just sticking with my glue. So I'm just doing this, laying them down. No rhyme or reason. Let me just fill this all up with glue and then just keep moving. Let's do this. This design, these designs, your 1/2 inch strips are really a good way to use up scraps. It's a really good way. I'm going to cut this piece off because I don't like the curve on it. Oh, but I wanted it the other way. So let me cut the glue off and straighten this up so I can get this butted to the... Oh, I hope I can just use this and that will cover everything. Yes, that is exactly what I wanted. There we go. Okay. And then let's just cover this with glue. I can hope I can use all the rest of my papers I have cut here. So I have lots of strips left. Oops, I overlapped that. I don't want to overlap it. There we go. And this. And is that a ½ an inch? Yep. All right, then I'll put that one there. So I'm going to have some pieces to add to another card. And there we go. All that is laid down. Move these out of the way. Clean my scissors off. So you could wait till your glue dries totally. Again, when you're putting the glue on the card instead of on the paper, it makes a difference. Flip this over. This would be really nice to do with Christmas paper and dress up your Christmas cards like this. I'm going to add this. So I've got lots of strips there to use. So we're going to glue this down. Now, yes, I do. Okay. All right, I've got a stamp out. You can't see it. Let me bring it up. I've got Enjoy Your Day from the Heartfelt Hellos. And this one I had done stamp surgery on. So I just laid it on my label and I'm going to pick it up. And now I'm going to get the espresso. All right, so I've got it stamped up and I'm going to put it on my tag. Perfect. It's got some little whites in the Enjoy. It didn't all go on, but that's okay. Now this one I'm going to do a banner. So I'll just tab this up, or stamp this up, tab this up. Just stamp it in the middle. There we go. That does not look straight at all. So let's try this again. All right. Magic of paper, just flip it over. Just flip it over. There we go. Great, now I'm going to make my banner. I'm just going to cut to the middle here. I can't see. And these bits of white that I'm working on were scraps that I found in my cardstock scrap heap. And so I've been slowly working through that as well, and it is getting smaller and smaller. So that will be the banner that I put on here, and I'm going to put it up with Stampin' Dimensionals. So I didn't need this piece, so maybe I will do top and bottom on this one. Okay, let's do that. Let's cover this up before I get it all over the place. Let me just put some glue up here and some glue down here. Oh, I like that it's that much. Okay, so let's get them both going evenly. There we go. All right, so we're going to put those onto dimensionals. Oh yes, I had to flip my paper over. I was like, why is there stamping on that side? It always gets me. Whoops. So we'll get these on the cards. I love this. I love it. I love the paper. I love the design it's made. I could have added some ribbon on this. Bring it down a bit. There we go. I may look for ribbon for this one, and I think I know what ribbon. All right, so I've got this nice ribbon. It's got a pale pink that will grab that. But actually, if I make it pink, then it's just for a girl, and I'd like, ice cream can be for girl or a boy, so maybe I won't do that. But I will do some gemmed. I think the brown would go really nice on here. Yeah. There, and I think one there and one there. Okay, so that one looks good. That one's done. And this one, I think I'm going to use these little there we go, the ivory one, and get a strip. Oh, there's a strip of blue. Well, that will just cut this end off of it. There's a line there that I can use, so that works. Oops, there we go. Okay. There we go. And we always do the envelope as well. So the envelope, you could continue with the stripes. Because I don't have enough of this, but I do have enough of this, I could put this one across the top. That one fits. So let me just fill this with glue. I'll just put this one, I could flip it over and it could be that what's on there, but I'm just gonna do this side. There we go. And then, oh, it's got an angle on it already. So let's just use some of those angles. Will they work? Yep. Look at that. That is so cool. That's going to be the coolest envelope decoration I've ever made, I think. That, oh, I don't need another brown one there. I need another blue one. Pop that there. That covers that, but there's still a little, I may just cut that off. It's part of the, oh, okay, so we're gonna add that. Look at all those angles just fitting like that. That is so wonderful. So wonderful. Oh, here, I'll add this. And then I'll put this one on. There we go. Okay, well that was another way of using. I've never even thought of doing that to an envelope. See, my creativity just kicks in like tickety-boo like that. Yesterday was my grandson's birthday. And I think I need to glue that. And I gave him, of course, they get all my handmade cards. And he was reading, of course I started writing in cursive because that's how I know how to write, right, in cursive. So then I said, oops, darn cursive writing, and that was his first comment. Oh, Mima, I can't read it, it's in cursive. I said, no, continue on, there's printing there. So he and his mom just read it silently, but the smile on their face said it all. You know, so not only did he get a homemade card, he got, oh, doesn't that look beautiful? Look at that. Not only did he get a homemade card, a card made special by his Meemaw, he got a really cool sentiment inside, as like a handwritten note from his grandma, which was cool. I don't think I'm going to have enough of these. That's going to be long enough. Maybe just do it. A lot of strips left of that. And maybe I'll just do it like this. Okay. Doesn't have to cover the whole flap, does it? Show you what I'm doing. I was out of view there. So I'm just going to put this like this. Actually, could have put a stripe on top and a stripe on the bottom. Oh well. Maybe I want to straighten that out. There we go. go. So there we have that. So all striped up. There's our 2 cards. So there we have it. We've worked with strips of paper, just cutting them up, and we made, this was our first card we made, and just put them on the angle and made a beautiful card. And enjoy your day. It could be anything as well. That's what I love putting on the front, is just something that can be used. And then I don't necessarily stamp the inside, but I do that when it's when I need to grab a card and say it's for a birthday or say it's for something else, then I can use a stamp to stamp that. And then this one, we just did angles this way, a center strip, angles this way, and just the strip cuts it in half. And then we did the strips on the envelope as well. Isn't that beautiful? That just came to me tonight. You probably already figured it out, but to me it just came to me tonight, and I thought that was a beautiful way to do it. So strips, using up those strips, making your cards. I'm going to show you another card to make with strips as well. That's really kind of beautiful. So wait and see what that might be coming up. And listen, it's August. There is still the August sale going on. It's going on all the month of August. I still, what's the date today? The 20th. Yes. So tomorrow I get my order from Stampin' Up. So I'm looking forward to that, getting that with some of the new products in it. So I may just come on and do a live unboxing or something maybe. I haven't done a live here before, so maybe I'll do a live unboxing and show you some of the products using the in colors that are at 15% off. So, and plus, my assistant is back. The fly. You just see it just last week on Tuesday's video. Oh my God, I didn't even know he was around, buzzing around. It was the funniest thing when I went to edit the video, and I couldn't edit him out. It was so. It's my new assistant, the house fly, the fly. So anyway, back to the sale. 15% off on in-colored products. So it could be the cardstock, the stamps, the ink, the markers, the designer series paper, the cardstock. So I think that pretty well covers it. And then there's the last chance product, which has a good sale going on as well. So click onto my online store, check it out. You'll know what's on sale. The regular price is scratched out, and you'll see when it's on, what it is for on sale, and some of them are really a good sale. So check it out. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me for the summer, for Scrappy Summer. If you've been joining me all along, thank you. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the comments. Thank you so much. And I appreciate that you join me. And check out card designs. And if you make any of the card designs, pop it in a picture. Pop it in the comments. Pop a picture in the comments. There's that fly again. And or send me an email. My email address is down below. It's very simple, kissupcards@gmail.com. So here we are. I can't wait to send this card out. It's so gorgeous. I just love it. So I can share kindness one card at a time. Thank you.